But now we are going to see about numericals in circle diagram. Okay. First one problem. A 14.91 kilowatts 3-phase 400 volt star connected slip ring induction motor gave the following test results. What are the test? No load test and block rotor test results. No load test, voltage, okay, current, no load current and no load power. Blocked rotor test or short circuit test. Anyone, okay. It is 150 volt, 38 amps and the voltage is, power is 4000 watts. From the circle diagram, find the various parameters. Normally they won't find the various parameters. They will give the parameter value 1 or 2, maximum 3 parameters. Here we are going to, since it's a lecture session, I am going to find all the parameters, okay, of a induction motor. At standstill, one thing is they have given, at standstill rotor copper losses equals stator copper losses. Okay. First one, a 14.91 kilowatt. Okay, this is an input power or output power? Output power. Okay, whatever given is the output power. But this is used for the user. Output power, 3-phase, 400 voltage. The rating is 400 voltage, star connected. So I will explain why it is star connected. Slip ring induction motor gave the following results. Why we are going for the star? So what is the difference between star connected and delta connected? We will, while solving the numericals, I will explain. Okay, here no load test and blocked rotor test. No load test is always done for which voltage? Rated voltage. This voltage, see, this is also 400, this is also 400. See, this is done for rated voltage. 9 amps no load current. This is I0, this is V0, this is I0 and this is W0 and this is VSC and this is ISC. Actually, this should be rated current, but normally it can be done for, it can be apart from rated current also, okay, because rated current we are going to find only from the circle diagram. Then what is this thing? This thing is WSC. Okay, this is WSC. From this we have to calculate. Okay, from what are the various parameters we have to calculate? Various parameters means efficiency, slip, then what are rotor copper losses, stator copper losses, fixed losses, or maximum torque, maximum output, maximum input. Various parameters we have to find. But examination point of view, any one of 3 parameters, 4 parameters, we will ask. Okay, then say at standstill, one notation is given. At standstill, rotor copper losses equals stator copper losses. That I will explain why they have. All otherwise they will give rotor resistance, stator resistance. They will give some of the things they will give to locate the point E. So I will explain while drawing the circle diagram. Okay, but the step 1, I think already we have know the procedure. Already in the previous session we have solved the procedure. So what is the first step? The first step here, first step is to find cos phi naught. Cos phi naught equal to, what is the power? In 3-phase power equal to root 3 VL IL cos phi. This is the general formula. P equal to root 3 into VL into IL into cos phi. This is the general formula. So what is cos phi? P divided by root 3 VL IL. What is P? P is the wattmeter. So W0 divided by root 3 into V0 into I0. Okay. So what is the thing? So if I solve this thing, what W0? I will have this material, then only I can easily save the time. Okay, equal to, what is W0? W0 equal to 1250 divided by root 3 into, what is V0? V0 is the rated voltage, is 400 voltage into, what is W0? I0 equal to 9. So I am getting 0.2. This is cos phi naught. From cos phi naught I have to find phi naught. Phi naught equal to, what is the value I am getting? Means 78.4 degree I am getting. This is the first step. What is the second step? Second step, from the blocked rotor test I have to find cos phi SC. Cos phi SC. Cos phi SC equal to WSC divided by same formula, root 3 into VSC into ISC. See, W and P are same. W means power. Here we are measuring by using wattmeter. Okay. This equal to, what is the value? 4000 divided by root 3 into VSC. What is the short circuit voltage? Short circuit voltage is 150. And what is the short circuit current? It is 38. So what the value we are getting means, the value we are getting is 0.4. 0.4. So phi SC will be equal to 66 degree. See, you can note that phi naught will be greater than phi SC. Okay, phi SC, phi naught will be greater than, phi naught will be, actually it is an induction motor. In the induction motor, it will be during no load, it will be, more power will be lagging, current will be lagging. See, if the voltage is like this means current will be lagging. Actually, induction motor, it should lag 90 degree, but slightly it will be 10 degrees, that because of its resistance. Okay, this is the which two things we have to calculate. First one is what is cos phi naught, next one is cos phi SC. This is the first two step. Okay, third step, I will clear this thing. What is the third step? Third step is to find ISN. Third step is ISN. What is ISN? We know ISC. This is ISC. What is ISN? See, short circuit current at normal voltage. See, here we have did the block rotor test for reduced voltage, 150 voltage. Suppose what will happen if I give normal voltage, that is 400 voltage. Is it possible to give, suppose in the practically if I give 400 voltage, the current will be very huge current and it will damage the stator windings, it will damage. So we can only calculate, we cannot do the experiment, so that we can do the experiment only for reduced voltage. But here I need short circuit current at normal voltage. This is not even a simple formula. V0 divided by VSC into ISC. That's all. What is V0 value? V0 equal to 400. V0 equal to rated voltage. We are doing the experiment for rated voltage only. What is VSC? VSC equal to 150 into what is ISC? 38. So I think it is 4 times. So some 4 times 150, 2 point something times. I am getting the value 101.3 amps. This is the third step I had to get. And the fourth step, this WSN, this I am getting, suppose if I give 400 voltage, if the machine has withstand, these are all what's a hypothetical case only, machine won't withstand. Okay, here I will get 101 amps. Here what is the value of WSN, what I will get in the wattmeter. So that I had to calculate. What is WSN? What is WSN? Short circuit power at what voltage? Normal voltage, that is 400 voltage, rated voltage, equal to what the formula? We know the formula, the ISN divided by ISC the whole square into WSC. So what is WSN? WSN equal to ISN equal to 101.3 divided by ISC is known quantity 38 the whole square into what is WSC? WSC is 4000. What the value I am getting here means I am getting 28,444 watts. So this is the first 4 things we have to calculate. First phi naught. What are the things we have calculated? Phi naught. Next phi SC. Next ISN. Next WSN. These are the 4 steps we have to calculate. So what the phi naught I am getting? We are getting 78.4 degree. Phi SC equal to 66. ISN equal to 101.3 amps and WSN equal to 28,444 watts we are getting. Okay, this is the first 4 steps. Next, 5th step. So I will, because here I left the space for drawing circle diagram. Okay, next what is the thing we are going to do? Next, current scale to, okay, current scale we have to, okay, current scale we have to fix current scale. See, nothing but, see, 1 centimeter equal to how much, like that is called current scale. Okay, x-axis 1 centimeter equal to this much voltage or current, y-axis, that is called current scale. Current scale, how to fix means 1 centimeter equal to, this is rough only, but normally we will take it as 1 centimeter equal to ISN divided by 20. This is normal. The normal means, if you get means your circle will be very neat and it will be big in size and it won't overlap your graph, because sometimes if you take very large scale means sometimes it will go outside, out of the graph it will go. If you go for a very small if you give 1 centimeter equal to very small value, if you take means the circle diagram will be very small in size. Okay, these are the things will happen. So 1 centimeter equal to ISN, because ISN is the current, we are going for a longer line we are going to draw. So ISN divided by 20. Normally we will take like this thing. So what is ISN? ISN equal to what the value? ISN I think ISN equal to 101.3 divided by 20. This is almost equal to 5 amps. See, don't here put exact value, just either 4 amps or 5 amps or 5 amps, 1 centimeter equal to 1 amps, 2 amps, like this integer value take it. Don't take it, don't go for which value? That called real values, don't go for. It's a equal value. Don't go for 4.5 like this, don't go. Either go for 4 or 5 like this only you should go. Okay. Next thing is that, so okay, 1 centimeter equal to what the thing? 1 centimeter equal to 5 amps. Immediately after calculate this thing, okay, sixth step what we have to calculate? Okay, this thing we have calculated. Sixth step, this I naught value and ISN value, I naught value and ISN value, we have to convert it into centimeter. We know I naught value. What is I naught value? I naught equal to 9 amps. So here how much? 5 amps equal to how much? Reversely I am writing. 5 amps equal to how much? 1 centimeter. Okay, what is the value of I naught? I naught is 9 amps. This is I naught. I naught is 9 amps. I naught equal to 9 amps. 9 amps equal to how much centimeter? Is it cross multiply? 9 into 9, 9 into 1 divided by 5. So how much it is? Equal to 9 divided by 5 equal to what the value I am getting? 1.8. So 1.8 centimeter. What the angle? I naught. This is I naught. The angle will be phi naught. Phi naught equal to 78.4 degree. See, I naught, this is I naught at an angle phi naught, I have converted into centimeter. Similarly, ISN, not ISC. ISC we have to forget about ISC. 38 we have to forget. We have to take only normal load, that is ISN. ISN, what the value? ISN equal to what the value? 101.3 amps. So which is equal to what the thing? 101 amps equal to cross multiply. 101 into 5 amps equal to 1 centimeter. Then 101.3 amps equal to 1. What the value? 101.3 into 1 divided by 5. So what the value I am getting means exactly I will get almost equal to 20. Equal to 20.26. 20.26. Definitely we will get 20 only, because here from this only we have taken ISN divided by 20 only we have taken the current scale. So that this value will be almost equal to 20 centimeter. What is the angle? The angle is WSC, not W, both are same. WSN or WSC, sorry, phi SN and phi SC are same. So what is phi SC? This will be equal to phi SN, because both will be in same phase. So it is 66 degree. This thing we have to take it. So what are the things we have taken? One is phi naught, first step. Second step we have find phi SC. Third step we have found ISN. Fourth step we got WSN. Fifth step, current scale we have fixed. How to fix current scale? Simple, ISN divided by 20. That is the easiest method. And the sixth step, convert the current scale. What are the current scale? What are the values we have to convert? I naught and ISN both will be in amps. Convert it into centimeter, and put the angle. Angle will be for I naught, phi naught is the angle. ISN, phi SC is the angle. So put like this thing. Okay, this is the first 6 steps. Okay, after that directly we have to go to the diagram. Here I will explain this thing. What are the steps we need in? What are the steps we have to write in the diagram? I will clear all those things. Okay. I think I can clear this also, because I need some points. Okay. So 6 steps we have completed. From these 7 steps, these are first 6 steps we have to calculate. Okay, some from 7th step. Okay, what is the 7th step? Okay, 7th step is we have to draw the x-axis and y-axis. Simple. That is x-axis and this is x-axis. This is x-axis and y-axis I have to draw. First I will write all those steps, then I will come to the diagram. Second, eighth one is I have to draw I naught in centimeter at an angle of phi naught. That I have to draw, and I have to draw the horizontal line. This is the 8th step. And the 9th step is I have to draw ISN, which is in centimeter at an angle of phi SC. I can say phi SC or phi SN. Okay, this line, this line will called, this is O dash, this is O dash, this line is called O dash A, this line. Okay, next 10th step, join, sorry, this is O dash, this is OA, this is OA. Okay, this join O dash A, this line is called output line. This is the 10th step. 11th step, I will see the paper. Okay, then draw a perpendicular bisector for output line. Okay, 12. take C as center, take C as center. I will explain because while drawing I will explain. C as center, draw semi-circle. Okay, then 13th point. What is the 13th point? Perpendicular from A to D. Okay, draw perpendicular line from A to x-axis. Okay, then 14. What the value? 14. Find E. Find E. And the 15th step is join O dash E. Join O dash E. That line is called torque line. These are the things we have to draw. After drawing, there are also steps also there. Okay, it is not, don't think that we have completed after 15 steps it's completed. Okay, after that also we are having more steps. Okay, it's a step by step procedure, that's all. Okay, first thing what we have to draw, seven steps are, that is first step. Already we have completed 6 steps, that is calculation. Okay, in the theoretical. Then we have to come to the graph. Always keep the graph in the landscape. See, keep the graph, don't keep the portrait, always keep the graph in the landscape. This line should be 25. For that only I have put as 1 centimeter equal to 20 amps, like this ISN value divided by 20. Okay, take the graph here like this thing. Take this line, this outer bar as y-axis, this outer bar as x-axis. Don't leave some line. Okay. Then what we have to draw? We have to draw x-axis and y-axis, like this voltage axis. This y-axis is called voltage axis and this axis is called x-axis. Okay, this axis is called x-axis. So what we have to do first? Okay, next what we have to do means, first we have drawn this 7th step is over. Just like 8th step we have to draw I0. So what is the value of I0? I0 we got this, the value is I0 is how much centimeter? 1.4 centimeter. I will check it here. It is 1.8 centimeter. Angle is 78 degree. Angle is 78 degree, that length. Okay, how to draw means, see, angle means from where it is angle. See, here voltage is here. For the suppose lagging only, all induction motor is lagging power factor. If voltage is if I take as a reference, current will lags by an angle how much? By 5 0 degree. Why not 5 0? So here voltage I am taking a reference. Here voltage in this axis, so the current will lags in this direction, right hand direction. So you should not take like this thing. We have to take this thing like this. We have to take and we have to draw this. Which how much degree? How much angle? The angle is 78 degree. 78 degree. I have to keep like this thing. 78 like this thing. I should not keep like this from, because it is from here. Okay, that another this length. This is origin O. This length should be that 1 point how much centimeter? 8 centimeter. This length, this is called OA. See, this OA length is not x-axis length. This OA length is 1.8 centimeter. Okay, and this angle between this is, what is the angle? It is 76 or 78.4 centimeter. 78.4 centimeter. Immediately after completing this thing, you have to draw, see, ISN in centimeter. Immediately what we have to draw? We have to draw a horizontal line. O dash. O. See, this is O. This is, sorry, this is not A. This is O dash. This is O dash. Okay. Immediately I have to draw a horizontal line parallel to the x-axis from O. Since you are using graph, it is easy to draw horizontal axis, because graph there will be lines will be there. Okay, this is called horizontal axis. Okay, O dash. This is I0. Okay, next what I have to draw? 9th step, ISN I have to draw. What is the value of ISN? It is almost equal to 20.26 centimeter and the angle is 66 degree. Again I have to take this thing. Take like this thing. I have to keep the point 66. 66 will be from here. It will be 66 will be like this thing. It is 66 is like this thing. 66 is like this thing. I have to take it. This line, draw it in a very thin line, because here nowhere we are going to use this line here onwards. So draw it as a very thin line, use it. Okay, don't go for a very longer line. Okay, here this line is, see, this line slide very, which line? That's a thing. This is ISN. This will be the, what is the length? The length is 20 centimeter, 20.26 centimeter, and this angle is nothing but 66 degree. That is phi SC or phi SN. 60. This is called A point. See, light line, because if you are having 2HP pencil, you can use that thing. Okay, 1 minute. Okay, you can use this thing OA. Okay, this is which step? This step is ISN at an angle of IAC. OA we have drawn. Okay, next what we have to do? Join O dash A. Join, this is O dash, this is I naught, and this is A. This is called output line. This you have to draw it in a very thick line. This is very important line. This is the line we required. Okay. Where I get this scale? Okay, I'm having the scale here. Okay, this line you draw it, and okay, this thick line, this line is called output line. This black color line, this is called, see, forget about this green line. Okay, green line, slightly light 2H pencil, you draw it. Okay, this line is called ISN line. Okay, after drawing this thing, join this O dash A. Join O dash A. This is very important. This line is called output line. Output line. This is very important line. Okay, for this output line, next but the 10th 11th, draw a perpendicular bisector for output line. That is the for O dash A, draw a perpendicular bisector. What is meant by perpendicular bisector? It will bisect by exactly 50%. That is off, this will be off, and it will draw a perpendicular bisector. How to draw a perpendicular bisector? I think you know. Okay, we have to take the compass. And okay, then what we have to do? I need a pencil. Here there is, I am not having any pencil. No issue. Okay. What I have to do? I have to take this thing. Okay, and I have to take off more than half value. I have to put a curve. Okay, I have to put a curve like this thing. I have to put a curve like this thing. Here I have to place here. I have to put a curve, and I have to put a curve like this thing. Okay, that is called. Then I have to join these 2 points. Okay, this is called perpendicular. That is perpendicular bisector. This will be off value. O, this off value. This will be off value. So suppose this is 8 centimeter, means this will be 4 centimeter. This will be 4 centimeter, and this angle will be 90 degree. That is called perpendicular bisector. Now what the thing? This point, where this point is called C, where it cuts the horizontal line. This name of the line is called horizontal line. Okay, this line, that is from O dash we have drawn a parallel. That is called horizontal line, not x-axis. Don't consider x-axis. X-axis is not the perpendicular bisector. Where it's called the horizontal line is called the point C. Okay, that is called point C. Now what we have to take? We have to take C as a center, and O dash C as a radius. See where is the C point? It is in the horizontal axis, not in the x-axis. That should you remember. Next thing, we have to take C as a center and O dash C as a radius. We have to draw a semicircle. Okay, same the compass we have to take. We have to draw a semicircle. Normally my semicircle won't be very neat. Okay, it will be like this thing. See, while drawing this semicircle, definitely it will touch the point A. Okay, then if you have this thing, we have to draw a semicircle like this thing. See how to draw the semicircle? We have, this is the 12th point. Take C as a center. Again and again I am telling, is C in the horizontal axis, not in the x-axis. C as a center and O dash C as a radius. Draw a semicircle. Okay, this semicircle will definitely touch the point A. Okay, that's a take semicircle. Then draw a perpendicular from. So okay, we have to draw a perpendicular line. Okay, draw a perpendicular line. This line is called perpendicular line to x-axis. I am drawing a perpendicular line from here. Okay, here this is perpendicular line. Okay, this point is called, this is called B. Okay, this is not necessary for us. This point is called D, and this is called F point. This is called F point. Okay, this is F point. So our find E. Now we have to find, see this thing we have seen F and D. Don't change the notations. Okay, we keep the notation as it is. This is A point. Okay, this is F point. This is D point. Don't change the notation. Okay, find E. Okay, how to find E? Find E. See, depends upon the motor. In the procedure is I told slip ring induction motor, AE by EF will be key. AE, see this A, see actually what this AD represent means, AD represent WSN, AD represent WSN, short circuit power and short circuit power at normal voltage. AD represents short circuit power at normal voltage. WSN it represents. Okay, here WSN means what are the losses means it represents stator losses, rotor losses and fixed losses. Whereas FD is the fixed losses, AF is the total copper losses. AF represent total copper losses. What are the copper losses we are having? Rotor copper losses plus stator copper losses. So this AF segregate, we have to segregate into two. What are the rotor copper loss and stator copper loss? How to segregate means normally we have what AE by EF equal to AE by EF equal to R2 divided by R1, R2 dash divided by R1, where R2 dash equal to R2 divided by K square. This is where R1 is the stator resistance per phase. Stator resistance per phase. R2 equal to rotor resistance per phase referred to stator, otherwise R2 equal to rotor resistance divided by K square. K equal to transformer ratio equal to V2 by V1 or I1 by I2. But the thing is that here in this, but normally they will give from the circle of the here rotor copper losses equals stator copper loss at standstill. Okay, what is meant by standstill? Standstill means block rotor condition. Block rotor condition, the machine is standstill. At the time only we are finding WSN. So here rotor copper losses equals stator copper losses. The meaning is that AE by EF equal to AE by EF equal to 1 by 1. Both are same. So it will be exactly, it will be off point. Exactly, it will be off of the point. Exact point, AE by EF. The upper point is called rotor copper losses. Rotor copper losses. And the lower point is called stator copper losses. And this is fixed losses. Yes, rotor copper losses. And this is fixed losses. These are all when at standstill. At standstill. And heavy current. This is not original value at heavy current. This is not original value. Okay, this is the procedure how to this thing, how to join O dash E. Now we have to join O dash E. How to find E? This is the point E. How to find E? How to find E? Here, this is the actual formula for slip ring induction motor. Screw gauge induction motor, see this is a slight procedure, slightly will change, but everything formula is AE by EF only. A is rotor copper losses, EF equal to stator copper losses at short circuit condition. Short circuit condition means ISN square into R1. R2, here it will be R2 with 3 times. This is rotor copper losses. Stator copper losses will be 3 into what the current ISN square into R1. Okay, like this. Actually I2 I1, the stator current, rotor current. Okay, but normally they will give what is the ratio. Suppose they will give 2 is to 1, 1 is to 1, like this they will give, both will be equal, all this thing will be given. But even though it is not given, you have to know how to find. See the procedure. Okay, next, what is the thing? Join O dash E. Yes, now we have to join O dash E. Which point? O dash E. This is E point O dash. This is the O dash point of this origin of the semicircle, not origin of the x-axis, origin of the semicircle. I have to join this point. This line is called torque line. That's all. That's all about the semicircle. The circle we have drawn. After that, we have to go for some calculation. Again, we have to come to the graph. Okay. I will remove this procedure. Next, what we had to find? Next, we had to find the power scale. What is meant by power scale? I think this is 16th point. Next, we have to calculate the 16th point. 16th point, we have to find power scale. I will write as PS. Power scale equal to, what the formula is? What is meant by power scale? WSN value per centimeter in 1 centimeter. What is WSN value? This is WSN value. AD is WSN value in centimeter. For 1 centimeter, what the value? So power scale equal to WSN in watts. In watts divided by length of AD in centimeter. Okay. What is WSN? Our WSN equal to 28444. I think already we have calculated WSN in the fourth step. 2844444 divided by what is length of AD? We have to measure the length of AD by using scale. Since it is graph, easily you can measure in centimeter. All are in centimeter only. So centimeter I am getting exactly 8 centimeter I am getting. Actually we won't get exact 8 centimeter. Here I am getting exactly 8 centimeter. Okay, 8 centimeter. So what the value I am getting? What the thing? 3555. 3555.5. What is the unit? The unit is very important. What is the unit? Watts per centimeter. Watts per centimeter. This is our power scale. This is very important. Power scale equal to 3555.5 watts per centimeter. Watt per centimeter. Okay, because per centimeter, for 1 centimeter, what is the value? WSL value. That's the value we are writing here. So we have calculated. This is the 16th step. 17th step. Okay, we have to see the output power. What is the output power? Output power equal to 14.91 kilowatts, or output power equal to 14.91 into 10 to the power of 3 watts. This thing we have to convert it into what I have to convert it into centimeter. Output power in centimeter I have to convert. So what is the output power? Output power equal to 14.91 into 10 to the power of 3 watts. 14.91 into 10 to the power of 3 watts. This is our output power. First what I have to convert? I have to convert it into centimeter. How to convert? Just divided by power scale. Output power in centimeter equal to, because we have drawing all those things centimeter equal to 14.91 into 10 to the power of 3 watts divided by, what's the unit? Power scale. Divided by power scale. If I divide by power scale, what power scale? What the thing I am getting? I am getting 4.2. 4.2. What is the unit here? Watts. What is the power scale unit? Watt per centimeter. Watt and watt will get cancelled. Centimeter go upside. So it is 4.2 centimeter. This is 4.2 centimeter. So output power in centimeter, because this y-axis, voltage axis, here it represents power, because all are active power, active component. Current is an active component. Power is an active component. Voltage. So all active components are related to this voltage. So y-axis we can say as power, current, all are in y-axis, because all are active component. Now what I have to do? I have to extend this line. Which line? This A. Above output line is called output, actual output. This is 4.2 centimeter. Now I have to draw A dash for this 4.2 centimeter. How to draw? I had to extend this point 4.2 centimeter. I had to go for 4.2 centimeter. I had to extend this point. This is 4.2 centimeter. Okay, this is A dash. This is our output power. Okay, at short circuit condition, this is fixed losses. This is stator copper loss. This is rotor copper loss, and this is output power. About output power is output power. This is at what condition? At what time? At short circuit condition, but we need at rated load condition. Okay, that's the thing we have to kind. Next step, what is the 18th step? 18th step, what we have to do? 18th step, what I had to do means, okay, locate point is okay. After this thing, what I had to do? I had to join this. What I had to draw a parallel line. After drawing this thing, I had to draw the parallel line to the which line? Output line. I had to draw a parallel line. Draw parallel line to output line. How to draw parallel line? There are two methods are there. You can go for set square, and I have to go. The simplest method I will tell. What is the length of this thing from the output line? What is the A dash is 4.2 centimeter. Any point you take here, any point in the output line you take here, and put the 5 centimeter in the perpendicular. That is, it should be in perpendicular. It's take 5 centimeter. If you draw the line, it will be parallel line. If you join this A dash and that particular point, it will be parallel, which this output line and this are parallel. If you check anywhere, it will be 4.2 centimeter. Here it is 4.2, here it is 4. Actually, we should draw a line like by using a set square only. But easiest method I am telling, this is how much centimeter? 4.2 centimeter. Same 4.2 centimeter from where? From the output line in the vertical axis. Go for 4.2. Any one point you locate this point and cut this thing. Okay, it will cut the semicircle at 2 points. This line, this parallel line, the output parallel line to the output line, cut the semicircle at 2 points. Which are the points? One is the very far away from the origin, only near to the origin. We had to take the point near to the origin, where here it is cutting. This point is very important point. That point is called P. That point is P. What is this point P? P represents full load current point. So okay, next we go for the 19th. So okay, this thing I think you know, output line. From the output line you are drawing a parallel line. Parallel line is, this point is P. Okay, now what I had to do, I had to join this thing. By which color I can use? Which color? Red color I think I have not used, so I have to draw by using a red color. Okay, I am joining like this thing. Okay, if I join the thing, okay, this is the current I, this length is current I, that is OP I had to measure. OP I had to measure. Okay, 19th point. Okay, measure OP in centimeter. OP in centimeter. You can measure the OP in centimeter. What it will get? You will get in some centimeter. Already we know the current scale. In the first step or fifth step, we had to know the current scale. So convert the current into, convert this OP into what the thing, what current scale, what we are saying, 1 centimeter. What the thing I am getting here, OP means OP equal to 6 centimeter I am getting. OP value I am getting 6 centimeter. OP value, if you measure, I am getting 6 centimeter I am getting. Now what we had to do, this 6 centimeter, we had to convert it into what we know, 1 centimeter equal to 5 amps. So what is 6 centimeter equal to, cross multiply, 6 into 5 divided by 1, 6 into 5 divided by 1 equal to 30 amps. So 30 amps is the full load current. This is the actual full load current. 30 amps, 19 step, we got the full load current. Suppose they asked only the full load current, means you can stop here itself. Okay, full load current, we got this thing. Okay, full load current. Next what we had to get, next thing we had to find the power factor. Power, all the losses we will go finally. First we will find the 18th step. Next we have to find the power factor. What is power factor? Cos phi. Okay, that is called power factor. What is phi? Angle between voltage and current. Here, what is the phi? Actually, which is current? This is the original current I. This is our original current I. This red color line. This red color line is our original current I. Okay, so what I had to do, this is voltage, this is current. The angle between voltage and current is called phi. That we had to measure. How to measure this thing? It is not necessary to measure. Easy method is there. If this is phi, another thing is that, 1 minute, I will draw another perpendicular line from P. From P, I will draw this perpendicular line and I will write the notations and I will tell you how to find the power factor. Actually, next we have to find the power factor only. Okay, here it has been. Green color line we don't want. Okay, this is point P. Okay, next the line which cuts the output line. See, the perpendicular line I had to draw from P to x-axis. Where it cut the x-axis, it is called PQRST. It is T, capital T. Okay, from P, where it cuts the torque, which line? Output line. That is called PQ. This point is called Q. Output line is called Q. Torque line is called, where is cut this perpendicular line cuts the torque line is called PQ. R, and horizontal axis is S, and x-axis is T. See, this is P. P point is in this semicircle. Okay, where we have to draw a perpendicular line. The point it cuts the output line is called Q. The torque line is called R. The horizontal line is called S, and the x-axis is called T. Okay, next what the thing, we will find the, see, if this angle is phi, what will be this angle? This line or this red color line and y axis are in parallel. So this angle will phi, means automatically this angle will also phi. Okay, they automatically, okay, I will go for 10-20 step. I will clear all those things. Okay, what is the 20th step? 20th step, power factor cos phi. Either you can measure this thing, that is not necessary. Okay, what you can do, this angle is phi, means this angle is phi. What is cos phi? Cos phi equal to adjacent side divided by hypotenuse. If this is opposite side, this is adjacent side. So cos phi equal to PT in centimeter divided by OP in centimeter, hypotenuse in centimeter. That is sufficient. PT in centimeter, then OP. So PT divided by OP. So what the value are we getting? PT I am getting 5.2 divided by OP. What the value I am getting? OP value I am giving, already we know OP equal to 6. Already we know OP equal to 6. Okay, equal to what the value I am getting? Equal to 0.866 lagging. Why it is lagging? See, voltage is here, current is coming this side. The red color current is coming right side to the voltage. So it is lagging. So lagging. Oh, but this is the power factor. After finding the power factor, we had to calculate the various losses. So what are the losses? We had to calculate rotor copper losses, stator copper losses, all the losses. At which condition? At full load condition we had to calculate. Already we know which condition. We know the at the short circuit condition. But P point is the full load current. So we know we have to find the full load condition. So what are the things we have to calculate? Means first I will calculate rotor copper loss. Rotor copper loss. Rotor copper loss equal to, see what is this thing? This is output, same parallel line, this output. What is the length of PQ? PQ will be same 4.2 centimeter output line. It won't change. Now we have to measure QR. QR in centimeter. QR in centimeter. Actually I am getting 0.3 centimeter only I am getting, because PS value will be very small. Even we have taken 20 centimeter as ISN value, we are getting 0.3 only. If you take less than this thing, it will be very small, very difficult to find the value. Okay, so rotor copper loss is equal to this value. See, rotor copper loss equal to, this is rotor copper loss AE. You have to come like this thing AE, this QR. If you have come like this thing, it will QR. You have, this is QR. QR into just QR into power scale. What is QR? QR equal to 0.3 I am getting. Power scale already we got 3555.5. Okay, this is in centimeter. This is in watts per centimeter. So centimeter and centimeter will get cancelled. So I will get in watts. How many watts I am getting? Means 1066 watts I am getting. 1066.6 watts I am getting. Okay, similarly 22nd rotor copper, instead of rotor copper losses, all are full load condition, at full load condition, at rated load or full load, at rated load, ROAD, rated load. This is short circuit, this is rated load. Okay, at stator STA, stator copper losses equal to same what the thing, stator copper loss equal to EF is short circuit condition. If you come like this, it is RS. So RS into power scale, RS into power scale, same 0.3 only I am getting, 0.3 into 3555.5, same 1066 watts I am getting. Okay, rotor copper losses. Since we have assumed, we have given rotor copper losses at standstill will be equal to stator copper losses, at full load also we are getting same value. Sometimes it may differ. Okay, 23rd. What is the 23rd? 23rd fixed losses. Fixed losses. What is fixed losses? See, this is rotor copper losses, this is stator copper loss, fixed losses. Here I have to go. See, fixed losses will be fixed for either full load cases or short circuit cases. Any cases, fixed losses will be same. So what is the value? ST into power scale equal to ST into power scale. ST I am getting 0.4. 0.4 into power scale, same 3555. Whether it is correct? 3555. Yeah, 3555.5. So which is equal to what the value I am getting? Means I am getting 1422. 1422 watts. So what are the three losses I am getting? See, this is the first one, we are getting fixed losses, then stator losses, then rotor losses. After rotor losses, we are getting the output power. This is the power. So we have to remember the power stage diagram of the machine. Okay, next 24th, what we have to find? And 23rd, okay, efficiency. 24th we have to find efficiency. What is efficiency? Efficiency equal to output divided by input. Okay, here what is the value of output? Output value we know AA dash. Same AA dash will be equal to PQ. No need for, see, output we know either you can either you can do output equal to 14.91 kilowatts divided by 14.91 kilowatts plus all the losses. That also you can, so this is what you can do, output divided by output plus losses. Output plus losses. That formula also you can do. The simple method I will sell. This is the simple method. That is the advantage of circle diagram. Output equal to, what is the value of output? Output equal to PQ, which is equal to AA dash. PQ, which is equal to AA dash. Both are same. Okay, because we have drawn a parallel line only. PQ divided by full length PT. PQ divided by PT into 100, because PQ is the What is the thing? PQ is the output power plus losses. What are the losses? Rotor copper losses, stator copper losses, and fixed losses. 3 losses. Everything in centimeters is sufficient. Don't go for power scale, because here also we know how to multiply power scale. In the denominator also we have to multiply power scale. Power scale will get cancelled. So PQ divided by PT, that is sufficient. So what the value I am getting means 4.2 divided, because we know 4.2 A is equal to 4.2 divided by this equal to how much centimeter? 0.3, 0.3, 0.4. How much? 5.2. 5.2. This length, see, this length equal to 4.2, 0.3, 0.3, 0.4 equal to 5.2 into 100. So how much value I am getting means efficiency for this machine I am getting 80.76. 80.76 percentage. See, this is output power is 4.2. Rotor copper loss equal to 0.3 centimeter. Stator copper loss also 0.3 centimeter. Fixed loss is 0.4 centimeter. If you add all those things, I will get 5.2. That is output plus losses 5.2. Either you can do in watts, otherwise you can do it centimeter. So centimeter will be very easy. Okay, this is the thing, efficiency. Okay, next I will go for what are the things we have seen. If up to efficiency I have seen. Next, slip, very important concept, slip. So what is the point number? I forget, I think 25, I think so. I forget 25. Forget then. What 24? I have forget ma. Okay, slip equal to what is slip? Slip we know P copper losses divided by P to rotor input. Okay, what is rotor input? Stator output. Stator output, which is equal to, already we have seen in the procedure. Rotor copper losses, we know that. What is the value? Rotor copper losses equal to QR. Rotor copper losses equal to QR divided by rotor copper loss equal to QR divided by what is the value of rotor output? See, P to rotor output means fixed losses won't come and stator copper losses won't, because stator output means fixed losses will go, stator copper losses will go. So which will come? Rotor copper losses plus output will come. So PQ plus QR. PQ plus QR, that is QR divided by PR. All are in centimeters. So what the value I am getting? QR equal to 0.3 divided by 4.2 plus 0.3 is equal to 4.5. See, this is 4.2. This will be equal to 0.3. So this will be equal to this value. What the value I am getting? 0.067. That's the thing I am getting. Okay, this is what the value, this is slip. So up to this thing we have find slip. Next, what is the thing we are going to find? We are going to find the maximum quantities. Okay, sometimes any one of the maximum quantities they will ask maximum input, maximum output and maximum torque. 3 maximum quantities they will ask. Okay, with the examination point of view, among the so much quantities they will ask only 2 to 3 only. Okay, 2 3 maximum 4. Okay, maximum quantities. Okay, this I think it is 25, that is 25, I think that's 26. Okay, maximum quantities 26 maximum output. I will explain maximum output. Okay, so maximum input I will explain. Maximum input, how to find maximum input. The highest point in the semicircle represents the maximum output. Which is the highest point? The highest point is nothing but, see, the highest point is from the x-axis we had to go. Since we are using graph, no issue, just the highest point we had to calculate. The semicircle we had to find the highest point we had to calculate, and we had to measure this from x-axis. From this we had to measure this from x-axis. That line, let the line name be, I have given a line name. Okay, any name, you can give any name. This will be A, B, C, E, F, E, F, E, F, G. You have to measure FG. Okay, FG into power scale. FG into power scale. What I am getting here means FG value 10.6. 10.6 into power scale 3.555.5. Okay, what the value I am getting? 37,688 watts I am getting. This maximum. How to find maximum input? I have to find the maximum top point of the semicircle. That is from this point, like this. This is a tangent line. Actually, we have to draw a tangent line. Don't draw a tangent line. Find the highest point and draw a perpendicular line. Measure this FG. Okay, that is the which value. This is maximum input. Next, maximum output. This is very very interesting. Maximum output equal to what? How to find maximum outputs? Now only we are using the set square. We had to use the set square. From where is the output line? This black color line is the output line. At the same time, this is parallel line. Okay, any one line, we have to keep this set square like this thing. Keep the set square like this thing. Okay, set square like this thing. Okay, it should be parallel with this thing. Then I have to go like this thing. Okay, I had to draw the tangent line to the semicircle. This is tangent line. This is touching like this thing. See, I had to keep like this thing. Okay, then I had to move like this thing. Okay, move. I have to. It will touch the point. That is called tangent line. That is called tangent line. It will touch the point like this thing. Sorry. Okay, this point I had to measure. From this point to the output line, I had to measure. From this point, I had to draw a line. From this tangent line, I had to measure this thing. Okay, measure from where? From tangent line to output line. This is FG KL. I will put KL. See, K in the semicircle and L in the output line. I had to measure this thing. Okay, then what is the value of this thing? The value equal to 6.5 into power scale. 0.5. So what the value I am getting? I am getting is 25110. 25110 watts. See how to measure? First I had to draw a tangent line. How to draw a tangent line? We have to keep like this thing. Keep this line parallel to this. I have to keep like this thing. Then another set square I have to go like this thing. It will touch like this thing. So this line where it is touching the semicircle, I have to draw a line, and where exact center point we have to take, and we have to draw a perpendicular line up to torque line. Up to output line. Next, what is the maximum torque? How to find maximum torque? The final thing is maximum torque. 27th is maximum torque. Maximum torque, same thing. Only one difference is, instead of output line, I had to go from which line? Torque line I had to go. I had to go from torque line. I had to go like this thing. Same thing I had to touch. So it will come like this thing. It is going like this thing. Oh, here it is touching the tangent line. This is tangent line. I had to draw a line which is. See, this is tangent line, and where it is cutting, exact center point I have to take here. This is the exact point. I have to draw this line from where? From this semicircle to which point? To torque line I have to draw. That is very very important. See, previously we had draw the perpendicular line from output up to output line. This is torque line. This is KL. This is MN. I will put MN. Okay, so it is equal to MN into power scale. So what is the MN I am getting? MN equal to 8. So this length, that is from the tangent line, from the semicircle border to this torque line. So this line should be, we had to draw a parallel line here like this thing. Okay. Next, what the value I am getting means 8 into 8 centimeter. I am getting 8 into power scale. So equal to what the value I am getting? 28,444 watts. Okay, because this is watts per centimeter, this is in centimeter, you will get this thing. Okay, this is the problem. Okay, but the thing is that here we asked me all the parameters we have found, maximum parameters we have found. So they will ask, they won't ask all the quantities, any 4 quantities they will ask. Okay, only one thing is that the finding the point E is very very important. Okay, either it will be R2 dash divided by R1. Sometimes they will give both are equal in the standstill. Sometimes this will be 2 times, this will be 1 times. Okay, so at the time you have to calculate according to that. Okay, sometimes they will ask, this is rotor copper loss is AE by EF equal to this will be 2 times and this will be 1 time, like this they will ask. Okay, 2 times 1 means what is the total time? Total is 3 times. Then we had to measure AF in centimeter. We had equal to, suppose AF I am getting 12 centimeter. AF 12 centimeter. What is the 1 time? It will be 4 centimeter. So which will be equal to what the value? AF equal to what the value I am getting here by 8 divided by 4. Totally 12. So total value is 12. So according to that you have to calculate. Sometimes it will be 2 by 1 time. Okay. Sometimes they will give the R value, R2 value, R1 value. For R2 value, R1 values are given means what you have to do? This is R2 divided by K square into R1. Okay, what is K? Transformer ratio. R2 is equal to rotor resistance, R1 equal to stator resistance. These are all for slip ring induction motor. School gauge induction motor, totally different formulas. So, same AE by EF only. AE by EF equal to WSN minus 3 into ISN square R1E divided by R1, I think so, R1 divided by 3 into ISN square into R1. I think ISN square only. Okay, I forget the formula. Okay, this is the formula you have to use. Normally they will use for a slip-ring induction motor. Okay, another one thing I have forgot to tell, if it is these are all for which motor means for star connected motor. Okay, star connected motor. For delta connected motor, there will be slight difference in finding the one thing. I forget. Star connected motor, no issue. For delta connected motor, suppose it is a delta connected motor. Okay, for delta connected motor, first step phi naught is no issue. Second step phi SN equal to no issue. First step, second step. The third step we are finding ISN. ISN equal to what is the formula? V naught divided by VSC into what the value? ISC. Okay. Here, if it is a star connected network, voltage, all things we are calculating per phase quantities only. For per phase quantities only we are calculating. Okay. For ISN equal to what the value? Here per phase means divided by root 3. Here also divided by root 3. So 2 root 3 not necessary, so we are not considering. So star connected network, no issue. For delta connected network, star value, see, line voltage equal to phase voltage, no issue. But line, this is line current, we have measured only line current. How to calculate phase current? We have to divide by root 3. So here we have to divide it by root 3. Here we have to put. Similarly, into WSN, if it is a delta connected, this is the only thing you have to, WSN equal to ISN divided by ISC, the square into WSC. So in this formula, here ISC also no known voltage. Known voltage, this given voltage in our block rotor test. Block rotor test we will know VSC, ISC and WSC. Okay, another thing, once you do as it is, otherwise here itself you convert it into phase. This VSC will be VSC as it is, this will be divided by root 3. Otherwise here also you have to divide it by root 3. Otherwise here you divide by root 3, here if you divide by root 3, if it is a delta connected induction motor. Why means we are per phase quantities only we are going. If it is a star connected, here also both the cases we have to divide by root 3, no issue, because both will cancel each other. But it's a delta, so we are not doing anything. For delta connected network, in the short circuit current we have to divide by root 3. Here also while finding WSN also we have to find divide by root 3. This only thing we have to remember in delta connected network. But normally all the machines are star connected network only. If it is a delta connected network, we should remember that while calculating ISN and WSN. That is the meaning is that the ISC value given is star, given is line value. We have to convert it into phase value. That is divided by root 3. So here also you have to divide by root 3. Here also you have to divide by. Here no issue. Here that's the thing. Automatically you will get ISN is not necessary. Okay, that's the thing. Because ISN here we calculate per phase only, because already we have divided by root 3. Already we have divided. Okay. So here this thing. Okay. Okay. Thank you.